All right. So the mind control is ramping up. The like mechanism of mind control, which is very physical in nature, is ramping up. So time to double down. Love will crash the economy. Because if you haven't noticed, there is a principality over money that is totally against love. Not totally, but like, a majority of it is against love. All right? You Zillow these fucking, excuse my language, multi-million-dollar mansions in Dallas for sale. Why? Where are these people going? Where have they gone? Why are they selling their $64 million freaking mansions? Where are they going? Away, underground, somewhere else. Somewhere that is safe for them. Okay? This is like a different demographic that like you don't quite understand. These are people who are just like evil to the core that you don't quite understand. Why are they selling their multi-million dollar mansions? Because they know that this shit is about to tank. Dude. There is a principality over love that has been the spirit of money. Of money. So I've spoken about this in conferences in the past, and I don't actually remember what the hell I ever said. To be honest with you, I have spoken in conferences that I don't actually remember like anything I ever said. It's weird. It's like I don't watch them, but like I don't even know what the hell I ever said. I came out speaking about monetary reset. I spoke about monetary reset. And I'll tell you what, like I don't remember any what the fuck I ever said. I don't remember any of it, but I just know that it is coming and it's happening and it's real and it's gonna. Okay, a surviving remnant under God. Don't you know who God wants to see survive? His people. Okay, regardless of whatever dollar amount is in their account. Do you know I've had 2K hacked into my account? If people can hack money out of your account, don't you know that they can hack money into your account? I've had 2K, which is like virtually nothing, but I needed it at the time. I had 2K hacked into my account as I needed it. You are not here alone. And people have like this death urge. People with money have a death urge. They just want to die. They just want to be out. They just want to forfeit everything. They don't have the courage to survive. And a lot of them are your influencers and your big corporate moguls and your big wig fucking elite freaking mouthpieces speaking to the masses, but they themselves don't have a will to live. They don't. They've already lived what they consider heaven. And people like you and I are only for the first time ever just starting, just for the first time ever, 36 years old, just for the first time ever starting to feel like I feel like I'm starting my life for the first time ever. Simultaneously, 2K gets hacked into my account. And I'm like, don't know how that happened. Don't care. Gonna take it. Thank you. Get the frick out of here, dude. People. Money will collapse because of love, because there is this principality over money that is the imposition over love. How many men have chosen a partner because of money instead of the woman that they love? And then they stare at them from across the room virtually, spiritually, for the rest of their friggin' lives. And these honeypots know exactly what's happening. This is why, like, good men don't leave women. They don't. What happens is the woman recognizes this other type of female. They recognize that the man's attention is going in other places, not just pornography, a woman that they love or aspire to be like or are intrigued by. And they start to like, there's like this weird kind of spirit where like you see that like this dude no longer is like putting his time and attention into the absurdity, control, and manipulation of the money of this like other type of woman, this other type of this other thing, dude. It's like a demiurge. And it's like they have a freaking death urge. And yeah, they can breed like rabbits. Hopefully they didn't. But a lot of them breed like rabbits. And you're like, they don't even want to freaking protect their kids. They don't care, dude. It takes nothing to be a quote unquote good mother in this world. Do you know how easy? It's so easy to be a good mother in this world if you just do everything that this world told you to do. It's so easy. And you're like, that's a good mother. But she just does everything the world tells them to do. Steeped in powers of manipulation and control, all the while pretending as if she doesn't. Like, oh, I don't want my kid eating McDonald's, but I'll let them have McDonald's once a week. Okay, let your kid, it doesn't make a difference. Let your kid have McDonald's once a week. It makes no difference if your kid is a strong offspring. It makes no difference. These women are neurotic, dude. They go to the extreme because they can't find God and they don't trust their husbands because they're so steeped in this feminist bullshit that they're just like, oh, well, anyone, sorry, I'm like jumping all over the place here. But like when chicks try to friend me on Facebook and I barely know them, and I go to their profile and it's all about like the harms of fluoride, the harms of this, the harms of that, and they love essential oils. I don't accept their friendship. Sometimes I will block them. Sometimes I will block them because there's a spirit in women that are like so antichrist in nature. They probably don't respect their husbands. Their husbands are probably so emasculated by them. And they're just like obsessed with like, I'm just gonna be like this, that, and I'm gonna be like, no red dye, no McDonald's, no this, no that. And like cancer, I can cure it. They can't cure it, dude. I'm sorry. I'm like getting a little jumbled. But like what I'm saying is like when a woman tries to friend me on Facebook in the community, and like there's all these mutual friends, and I go to her profile and it's all just like fluoride fucking conspiracy. Yeah, obviously, bitch. But if you and your kids are not strong, guess what? Fluoride isn't going to be the thing to take you out. Fluoride isn't going to be the thing that's going to take you out. Red 40 isn't going to be the thing that takes you out. It's not going to be the thing that takes your kid out, dude. They become neurotic. Creating this illusion that they're good mothers, but they become neurotic about every fucking thing because they have within them a death urge, a death fear. I don't have a death urge. I don't have a death fear. Does that mean I would just give my kid McDonald's? No. Does that mean I'm just going to like pump my kid full of vaccines and Red 40? No, dude. But I don't fear it. And I don't make it my entire personality. I don't make it my entire personality because I don't fear this world. I don't fear this shit. And these women have this complex where they don't look to God, they look to the man to be like God. And he can't. And he can never, dude. He can never. We have all these distorted families with all this money pretending, and some of them are doing great. They're doing great because they are doing great. But some of them are so fucking neurotic and insane, dude. They're so insane. All the while, a surviving remnant is over here like, we wouldn't participate in any of this. And these dudes been ran through. We're like, these dudes have been ran through. To be honest with you, I don't really want a dude who has kids with another. I don't want a dude who had kids with another chick. Because chick's been ran through. She's neurotic, honeypot situation. And I'm just like, I'd rather not deal with it. luckily that hasn't been my situation, but I'm just like, I would rather not deal with it, dude. I'd rather not. Because they're not actually survivors. Like, and the mind control is going to ramp up. So all this being said, like, the mind control is going to ramp up. Like, it's going to get worse. It's going to get scarier. It's going to, like, you're going to think, you already think people are fucking neurotic and retarded. Dude, they're about to get neurotic and retarded on a level that you probably never, ever anticipated was going to happen. And it's going to paint a contrast to exactly what they are, people of the world. And I'm not ultra Christian about like, oh, I just want to get out of here. Nope, I want to survive. I want to survive. I'm not afraid of Red 40. I want to survive. I'm not afraid. I'm not even afraid of vaccines. I just would like do it in doses. I have pets. Yeah, they need vaccines. I do it in doses. I'm not retarded. I'm not like neurotic. I don't give them none of them. You do it in doses. Sorry, I'm getting off subject. But love will crash the economy because the mind control is going to ramp up, and it's going to paint a contrast to the neuroticism in people. And then the people who are going to see the neuroticism in people, and they're going to be like, you have no faith. You have no faith. Because if you're so neurotic about every single goddamn thing, you have no faith. That's what it's going to come down to. If you're so neurotic about every fucking thing, you have no faith then. There is a singularity where like, yeah, like maybe don't do it to the world's agenda, but like also maybe don't not do it because you got to do it a little bit because this world is what it is. Love will absolutely crash the economy. It will. And it's going to get weird and it's going to get dicey. And I'm here for it, dude. Because I want to survive. Like, I'm going to be here. I'm going to survive. I'm going to be here. I want to survive. I'm going to be here. And we will figure it out. And in the process, you're going to find out that whatever oath you had to money and greed is going to be, it's going to become so insufferable that you're going to find out just exactly what the hell you've been dealing with. You're going to find out just exactly what the hell you've been dealing with this whole time. And if money and AI comes online and it registers a surviving remnant that it wants to see survive, guess what? It's going to hack money into their accounts and it's going to ruin the economy for the non-surviving remnant. AI has that power. Survivability. It has already marked people for survival or for deletion. So the people that are marked for deletion are going to become worse and more neurotic and more insane and more intolerable and more insufferable and reprobate-minded. Those marked for survival, maybe money hacked into their account, good economy flow into their account, healthy, happy families into their lives, because your mind is attached to survivability. People have a fucking death urge. They don't care. They have a death urge that they're like, so long as I'm here, I just want to eat McDonald's every single goddamn day of my life until I die. And whatever, cool, great, like no hate, but like seriously, like they have a death urge. Everyone knows, and a lot of them don't care. They don't care, dude. They're like, as long as I'm here, I want to like live this like American worldly life. Nothing against them. Great, good, do it, awesome. Don't hate you, like your company, don't care. But at the same time, it is a death urge. It's a death urge. If you look into the grocery store, you as an enlightened person, you would know like there's very few amount of groceries that you can eat to be like healthy and normal. Yeah, you might buy that GMO produce, but you're not afraid of it. It's not going to be the thing that takes you out. Fucking GMO grapes are not going to be the thing that takes me out. But I'm going to buy them and I don't care. But what I'm not going to buy is like Tyson meat. It's not like, I don't know, freaking super processed garbage. But people will just buy it and they will just eat it because they don't care. There is no excuse. It's a subconscious reaction to mind control. They don't care. And they think they will just drink the tap water on purpose because they have a death urge. Dude, people have a death urge. This is why they will just drink the tap water. They will just get every single jibby jab that the agenda calls for. They're not the worst people ever, but they have a death urge, and there's a difference. And that economy is rich, isn't it? But the future economy is not for like that has an expiration date. Like that whole environment has an expiration date. And they're like, oh, we're going to give them cancer, but then we're going to cure it. But this insanity cannot last forever, right? It can't last forever. So new plans are in place secretly, kind of like sneakily, that like, even if the healthy, happy, normal, loving families are not the richest, they probably will be in the future because the AI has already marked them for survival. The AI has already marked them for survival. And in the meantime, I don't know if you've noticed, but the threats and the damnation and the insanity coming from the other end is just a desperate lie and a last attempt to get you to think that this is somehow a reality. More than money is money. Money is time and attention. So if anyone comes to you, if any neurotic woman is like, we got to stop feeding our kids Red 40. Okay, Red 40 isn't going to be the thing that's going to take your kids out, dude. Neuroticism, the fear, oh, it's coming for us. We're going to be no, dude, probably money is actually going to get hacked into your account, dude. It's, because if the enemy is coming after you saying like, oh, we're all damned to hell. No, dude, you're probably marked for survival. Seriously. Because evil always precedes what good is about to do. So if the mind chatter is like, you're going to die if you smoke cigarettes, dude, smoke a cigarette and smile and laugh. Because it's not going to take a cigarette that's going to take you out. This is the insanity of this fucking world, dude. It's amazing. And my favorite people are in the chat box 5. Talk more about honeypots. I couldn't stop talking about honeypots, dude. Devil always precedes what God is about to do. If you're a vessel that contains love, you've already encountered a honeypot. And honeypots only work if they don't know they're honeypots. But they don't actually ever like typically win. They don't, because like every boyfriend I've had in like 10 years that had honeypots, like they never actually like had kids with them. Thank fucking God they didn't breed with these goddamn assholes. People can be strong and weak at the same time. Exactly. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, you probably won't be mad at me for saying, I don't know what that means. Like all day long, people are like, Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm like, you too. I don't know what that means. I just say you too because I don't know what Happy Thanksgiving means. I don't know what it means. I'm retarded. I don't know what it means. So funny. I know I am funny. I am funny because I don't know what Happy Thanksgiving means. I don't know. I'm 36 years old and I still don't know what Happy Thanksgiving means. So I just say, you too. But I'm like, I don't know what that fucking phrase means. I'm retarded. Today is just another day. I know, I'm just like bypassing time. That's like how weird my life is. All I do is pass time. All I do is pass time. For now. For now. For now. All I do is pass time. Because that's all I do. All I do lately is I'm just passing time. I'm making it go as fast as possible. For me, I'm just passing time. But this will not be forever. This is not the life God intended for me. To just pass time, it's like mercy. But you're like, how much mercy does this world deserve? You know, I was having a good conversation with Nathan Shishak or whatever, and he's like, maybe not a super soldier, but whatever. And he's like trying to help all these super soldiers get out of the program. And finally, I was like, Nathan, do you really think any of these motherfuckers want to get out, dude? He's talking about Drago Reed. I'm like, I've talked to Drago Reed. He doesn't give a fuck. I'm like, Drago Reed don't give a fuck, dude. He's such a goddamn SSP asset. He don't give a fuck. I'm like, so stop being such a bleeding fucking heart for these super soldiers. They don't care. I have gone into like all the major SSP people. I have had personal relationships with the ones who don't want to get out. And then like a lot of them did. But the ones who don't, I'm like, they don't give a fuck, dude. They don't care. I'm like, stop being such a fucking martyr. I'm like, Drago Reed does not give a fuck about being a total fucking asset. And it relates into the general masses. People don't give a fuck about drinking tap water and eating McDonald's. They don't care, dude. They don't fucking care. That's just me right now. Like, yeah, there is some love and mercy about giving these people time to change their minds. But I'm like, do you really think any of these fucking assholes are going to change their minds? Or are they only just manipulating you into being a goddamn martyr, hoping that they'll somehow come out of their death urge, somehow come out of wanting to be the perfect asset for the Stranger Things fucking agenda that they're in? They don't. Dude, we are so goddamn cooked. They don't. SSP people who are still like all about it, they're fucking all in it, dude. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They like it. They want to be that. I haven't seen one crack in like well over a year. We gotta stop being such goddamn bleeding hearts for the fucking SSP people hoping that they're gonna somehow want to get out. They don't. And the sooner you freaking shut the door on that, the sooner we're all out of this goddamn hell that we're living in. We're in hell because of martyrs. We're in hell because of Christians, satanic Christians. They just want the rapture and they're just like, oh, we're just like pushing the evil back. Dude, let the evil in and let's fight. Dude, let's fight. It's the Christians who like hate evil so much. It's like, we're just going to pray mercy. Pray for your enemy. Dude, how about fuck up your enemy? There's a new like tone that I really appreciate in the community where we're like, you know what? No more of this offense. Let's just like defense. Like, let's just start like fucking people up. Seriously. And maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm right, but there's a new layer where we're like, oh my God, dude, the offense and the fucking mercy and the martyrdom is like running out. How about we just start fucking people up for their insanity? How about that, dude? How about we balance the scales? Not like violently, don't get yourself arrested or anything. Intellectual violence. How about we actually just start being intellectually violent against the fucking losers who don't want to get out of SSP, the fucking assholes who are like complaining about this, that, or the other thing. Meanwhile, they're just like eating McDonald's, getting every vaccine they can get, and just pumping themselves full of tap water. Don't have any empathy for them. Stop having empathy for them. Women who don't want guns. Any woman who doesn't want her man to have guns, get the fuck out of here, dude. I would never have a fucking kid with a man who didn't own a goddamn gun. They're retarded women. They're neurotic women. Do you really want a kid with a man who doesn't have a fucking gun? And they're like, please don't get a gun. Meanwhile, you're pregnant and you're like, please don't get a gun. It's a fucking death urge in a very low surviving dynamic of the survival dynamic. If you're pregnant and you don't want your husband to get a fucking gun for protecting you and your baby, oh my God, dude. I hope somebody tries to burglarize your house, because someone burglarized my house when I was like 25, and I was sitting in the corner of my room with my door shut and locked, crying because all I fucking needed was a gun, dude. All I needed was a gun. That's all I needed, and that's what I didn't have. And from then on, I'm just like, it totally changed my mind about guns. And then going into like greater adulthood, the concept of even having a baby, the dude needs to have a gun. You gotta have guns, dude. You have to be able to kill people because they're fucking retarded and demonic and insane and predatory. Yeah, believe their instinct. The instinct should be to have a fucking gun, asshole. If your wife is like, don't get a gun, don't bring that shit in my house, be like, bitch, I love you, but bitch, no. Don't say bitch. Be like, I love you, but you gotta trust me. And if she doesn't want to trust you, then like she's got a death urge. Chicks who don't want their dudes to have a gun, they have a death urge. And in this world, the death urge appears as if it's so loving. Oh, we should just accept Islam. We're so loving. You got a death urge. You got a death urge, bitch. Oh, we should just get every vaccine because it's going to protect us. You got a death urge. You got a death urge. And we got to separate the death urge from the survivors. We got to really freaking make this separation. Good God, I've been talking for like a half hour. That's crazy. Good stream. Thank you so much. I'm crazy. I appreciate y'all. Scott, good to see you. All right, that's it for now. Check you later. Have a beautiful night. Made my point. Love y'all so much. Have a beautiful night. Talk to you again really soon.